Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this best of 7 will not be one-sided. No, 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 no. Google and National Instruments both putting a win on the board, meaning they are tied up 1-1. Can Google pull the miracle win? Or will National Instruments continue their tear? Dum dum! Down in the bottom bottom left-hand corner. Oh my god. Oh my god, it's literally cake. It is, oh my, I want to eat so badly immediately. He's representing the Googleisks, hoping to mark win number 2. Up on the top right-hand corner from National Instruments, it is Straylight. Now, in these positions, this cross-map set, it's quite close distances from natural to natural. As we see our probe moving past the glorious logo, I mean, there is the entirety of the distance. If we just take a look at the mini-map, I mean, it's very obviously extremely close. So there's this odd tension as these players keep about the same distance between bases as they expand along the course of the game. The only base that is an exception is, of course, this island expansion that exists behind the main. So there's a lot of Protoss strategies that will involve getting a warp prism quickly to do some harassment, maybe try to force field off the ramp, maybe just do some regular dropping in the main while dropping a probe at the backside. But on the Zerg side of things, there aren't really that many Zerg players who are just going to get a whole Nidus worm just to take a base, although they totally should. Can you believe how sick that would be? Just like Nidus network right there. Take the base behind his base. Looks like Straylight is taking the opportunity to take himself an expansion. It's a good play, it's a good build. Every time I hear the noises from this thing, I immediately think there's some sort of super probe. So Straylight's taking out the probe. Cake has not done the best micro he can do, and oh, he might lose this. Does that even block anything? I don't know. It looks like Straylight going for the very safe play, opting to get his spawning pool down, and corners getting cut, Cake getting the Nexus up, and I love this scout just going in there to check for the gas, because, let's be honest, if you're watching like the GSL Code S level players, they know how to just shut down those Baneling, Zergling, Roach rushes, whatever sort of combo play you want to make, the Protoss will hold strong and true for ire. But in the After Hours Gaming League, we see some players being like, yeah, I'll go one base Baneling bust. You blocked my expansion. I'm mad, man. And then instantly, boom, the front gets busted down. And our Protoss player is no more. So I like that Straylight is getting a little frisky here. Sending the Zerglings forward. Teasing some pressure. And now Cake is going to be forced to build a second gateway. This is going to get canceled and rebuilt the instant this gateway's down, so that way he can get the cybernetics core. Straylight's getting his base up. Here's another base, you know, the usual sort of thing. And the Protoss player's doing his usual sort of thing. I mean, we do see some one-gate expands, but there's even players who do things like what SOS does, which is never, ever not early expand, ever. Every single time early expanding to opt for that mega economy. Now here's something that's a little odd to me. Cake hasn't gotten his second geyser yet. Now he might just be opting to chrono boost his probes a lot early on. Is that going to finish? Wait, whoa, we almost never see this. Is he going to apply 2-gate pressure? That's so uncommon. I've missed seeing this. I mean, Straylight's getting his 5-minute extractor. This is so we can get Zergling speed to scout around to try to shut down everything that he sees coming in. Of course, it allows him to guarantee control of that watchtower, but you never expect the 2-gate rush. And maybe Cake isn't expecting himself to do it either. Mothership core. I'm very confused. Oh, he has a window of opportunity where he can strike super hard. Straylight's actually taking no chances. He's getting a Roach Warren right away. This is often a hedge against a player who likes to get a super fast warp gate and trying to stop those. But he could maybe even turn this into a little bit of pressure. Hasn't put any units into gas yet. So I think these Zerglings are going to be a little bit terrified to see double gateway there. I would not be surprised to see our Zerg friend just instantly build some roaches once that finishes. But looks like the second assimilator is done. Oh no, Cake. Cake getting the stressies. Oh my gosh, Cake. Sending forward his Mothership Corps, trying to spot everything up, see exactly how many bases his enemy has. He has these 2 Zealots just trying to sweep. It's going to cause a little bit of reaction here from our Zerg player, Stray Light. Another Zealot coming up. It looks like Cake is actually going to apply the pressure, and it's going to be quite successful. The creep hasn't joined between these 2 spots. The early pylon block, right at the outset of the game, denies any opportunity for those 2 bases to be joined together well by creep, so Stray Light is probably going to lose this queen, and the queen's going to go in circles. One last vomit before finally pitching it in and calling it a day. Now with the single Roach out, there's not really that much that Protoss player can do. He just kind of has to engage the Roach and hope that the Roach isn't microed too well. Mothership Corps is going to have to clean it up, and successfully does, and now we see these Zealots just alternating, target firing absolutely everything here. Roach is streaming in, just a little bit at a time, peppered in here and there. Cake now doing some transitions out of this early aggression. Second Robo facility, and a Stargate. Or did the Stargate get cancelled? It looks like, yeah, it did. So it's a double Stargate opening at this point. Or excuse me, double Robo. For any of you just tuning in, this is the best of 7 semifinal match. Oh gosh, Stray Light is feeling the burn from this attack. Has so many larvae stockpiled up. Has not gotten to build as many drones. We're seeing Cake just storming ahead in terms of the... Wait, there is a Stargate. There it is. I found it. The double Robo. I can't tell if this is an inadvertent mistake or whether Cake is actually intending to go for double Robo Immortal and just overrun his opponent like that. That'd be pretty dope. For any of you just tuning in, this is, we changed the format. It's not a best of 21, as much as you would have loved to see that. This is just a standard old best of 7. Although I'm not above creative tournament formats. This match is actually a best of 4. If they both get 2 wins, then they're both going to the finals. We want to be very democratic. We want to make sure that most teams get to the finals on any given season. Cake actually is going for double Immortal production. Oh my god, that's so beefy. Oh my god, Robos, that's what I'm talking about. Hopefully works on the Google Robotics team. That would be very fitting. What we're seeing out of Stray Light is what I think is an appropriate choice on this map, in this situation. It's so hard for Protoss to beat 3-base Roach Hydra, no matter what composition they're doing on 2-base. A 2-base Protoss just doesn't quite have the gas to battle the brute force of just a mass Roach Hydra. So what I'm looking for is Stray Light to do a very strong job spotting these bases. I like this early Roach speed. If he can get the Roach speed up early enough, he can shut down these bases, because, I mean, as we're seeing from the Protoss player, he just does not have that many gateway units. He only has 3 gateways producing at this point in time. Getting Stalkers. Stalker Immortal. Emphasis on the Immortal with the double Robo. Love it! And now we're finally beginning to see the Colossus get queued up. God, the noise from this thing is so distracting. I keep getting so anxious. Now in Stray Light's position, if we take a look at his economy, he might very well halt right around 70 and just go for the Mad Macro mode. Probe's trying to tease a move up to the top side. Oh no, Cake loses the Probe. Stray Light now sees what's going on. He sees what's coming out. We got some Immortals, some Phoenixes, some Zealots. Small force joined together. I mean, Stray Light from Team National Instruments looking to be in fine condition to defend this, because he's doing just such nice delay action here. But the real thing I'm worried about is when the Colossus count begins to get high. We don't really see 2 Robo Colossus very often anymore. Many Protoss players consider it too risky given the propensity to go for mass Mutalisk. Most players will get just enough Colossus to deal with the Hydra Roach force and then largely focus on gateway units or air units, but Cake is in the very fortunate position that his opponent actually is going for straight pure Roach Hydra. One shot goes down, Cake's going to try to rejoin his forces together. This is exactly the tension moment for Zerg. Zerg needs to kill off the 3rd base. If he can't, then it's going to be 3-base Roach Hydra versus 3-base Roach Hydra. But if he can advance forward and shut this down, He's going to be in good shape to win. We're starting to see the Roaches step forward, but there's so many Immortals. There's 3 Immortals on the field. I mean, oh my god, the Protoss player just... He just smacks that down. He even shoots his own Mothership core just to try to even the score up a little bit. Extra hatch going down for Stray Light. He tried to take a 4th during the midst of all that, but 3 base versus 2 base is pretty damn good for Zerg. 4 base versus 3 base is starting to look a little bit, a little bit more even. Is Cake throwing down a lot of pylons. The Googleisks looking very strong to take a win in this series. Looks like the lanes at the front don't have speed. Oh my god, the double time warp in a brutally good position. There's another Colossus coming up that's bringing the count to 3. With these 2 pylons here, he's going to begin warping in the reinforcement zealots and might just... He's going to crunch in from 2 sides. Staying by the safety of those time warps. But now it looks like he's going to have to swing around to this top side. Pylons from Cake just scattered everywhere. And I mean, with this robo-heavy force, there's just not that much that Straight Light can do. I mean, this angle is... There's no such thing as a good angle versus this force. Hilariously enough, the one unit that Cake doesn't have with this army is the Sentry. Spent all of his gas getting out this absurd amount of Immortal Colossus right out the gate. Third base, not quite functioning at this point in time. Just locking Zerg out of his own third base. Starting to see that Spire in production as well. Wants so badly to get those Corruptors up. With Corruptors, Zerg could definitely have a shot at taking this army out, but it's still about another 60 seconds before Mutals will even show up on the field. Looks like, oh god, a move instead of an attack move. A 1A instead of Corruptors. And that's going to be all she wrote for the Zerg player. National Instruments, oh my god, has fallen behind in this series! My god, the Googleisks are pulling an incredible run, man. If the Googleisks manage to pull this one off, that would be a good resume builder for them in this Best 07 heading into the finals. Well, we're going to have to go ahead and stay tuned, because right now the Googleisks are leading 2-1 right now. And when we return, the real question is, can National Instruments tie things up?